I have made a lot of mistakes in my now 10-year YouTube career, and thankfully, oh gosh, thankfully, most of them are minor and don't affect the main core of the videos that they're in. For instance, my most disliked video in recent times was the one about Baxcalibur. In the opening moments, while talking about Godzilla, because obviously Baxcalibur is a Godzilla reference, I mixed up the classic origin story with a more recent rebooted one. So, while yes, what I was saying was 100% wrong, that wrongness wasn't very particularly important to Baxcalibur, who was the main point of the video. So I just used the YouTube editor to clip out the wrong stuff, and boom, the core of that video is still a-okay and completely watchable. This is what most of my mistakes have been, thankfully, and will continue to be, future self. Please. However, there is one major mistake that I can't ignore anymore, because it is the entire core of the video, and an older one too, and one of my most popular ones at that. One about Eevee, and why there will never be another new evolution. Of course, that video is all presented as theory, I don't know the future, but the main things I used as evidence for that theory have since been debunked. At its core, the idea was pretty simple. Before Generation 4 changed things, all Pokemon types were wholly physical or wholly special. And if you look at the types that Eevee's evolutions are, you find that they are all special. Not one was a physical type. The main hole in this idea is that Dragon is the one other special type not represented by an Eevee, but I countered that point with Eevee is designed to be a cute and furry Pokemon, Dragon is too cool and edgy of a type. Dark is also too cool and edgy of a type, but things like cats are edgy too, while also being furry and cute, so Umbreon still works. There was also the point of Sylveon, though. Fairy was introduced after the physical special split, so it was never wholly one or the other. But, I argued, if it was, it would have probably been special. After all, most fairy-type moves are special, and that's just fitting. Magical fairy dust magic. In fantasy media, dainty fairies shoot magic a lot more than they punch and swipe with big muscles and weapons. You know? There was some controversy surrounding the video when it came out, because obviously, I'm talking about one of the most popular Pokemon, and how one of the most popular Fakemon ideas, more Eevees and other types, will never come to fruition. I was crushing people's dreams on purpose. But now, I can confidently say I am no longer confident in that video's statements, because two things have since come to light, in part thanks to leaks. The first is that while this was a theory for a long while, it has since been confirmed that Umbreon was Poison type originally. They changed it into Dark type during Gold and Silver's development to promote the new type after they decided to add it. And Poison was never a special type. It was a physical one. And the second point comes from leaked internal documentation from Game Freak. In short, Game Freak was planning on making a flying type Eevee evolution for Gen 7. They even designed some. They just ultimately decided to cut it because all of the designs they came up with wound up too similar to fan-made designs, and they didn't want to deal with any potential controversy. Notably, again, flying is not a special type. It was physical. So I think it's safe to say that all the evolutions being special is a coincidence, rather than a design rule. That said though, evolutions being like the most popular thing for fan artists to design, and that being a part of what stopped them from making a new Eevee in Gen 7, maybe we still won't get any new evolutions. And it's all your fault. Then again, maybe that's just something they were concerned about in Gen 7, because in Gen 9 they didn't really seem to care if their designs were close to fan-made ones. But what do you think? Do you think Pokemon should just ignore fan creations when it comes to designing their own Pokemon? Let me know down below, as well as some of my other mistakes. There are many to choose from, and until next time, never stop using your noggin.